Hello, you boy in the corner there. You ought to be a Boy Scout. You're a fine-looking fella, and I know you'd make a jolly good backwoodsman by the look of you. You're ugly enough anyway. And you gal there, no, I don't mean you. I mean the pretty one behind you. You ought to be a girl guide, you know. Oh, you are one. Oh, I beg your pardon. That's quite right. Now go on and tell all your pals to come and be girl guides like you. I'm very glad to see you there. Thank you all. Good luck to you, and I wish we may meet again. Thank you.
That wasn't me.
Boys, what's going on in here?
It wasn't me.
I'm trying to sleep, Mrs.
Oh,
Wilson. They won't be quiet.
It was him. He was singing.
They're touching me.
I wanted them to leave me alone. Davis is
This is our tent. He doesn't belong in here.
But I don't like the person I'm tenting with.
Okay, let's talk about
He's
this.
not my friend.
Before we went on this camp out, we discussed who would be in tents together.
We didn't like that.
Joe was my buddy. Joe was my
assigned to
buddy.
this tent?
But we're buddies. We're buddies.
We are buddies.
We are buddies. That's
Joe was my buddy.
What did we discuss as our buddy system? 2, 3, 4. What's our buddy system?
Whoever we like. Whoever we like.
It's two.
It's
No,
two.
whoever
It's
we
two.
like. No.
And we
No,
assigned,
she asked us what did we discuss.
It's two.
Yes.
It's two.
and we assigned tent mates.
I did. He's
Who
not
was
supposed to be
assigned to
here.
this tent?
We were.
Yes.
Who's your buddy?
In our tent.
By himself? Is that practicing safe buddy system?
We told him that.
He said it was okay
Why did you leave him alone?
because I wanted to be with these buddies.
Is that how we treat our buddy?
He's all alone now.
Is that following the scout law of being kind? So how can we fix this?
Come on, let's go. Follow me, boys.
Run behind him. Let's
single
go.
file line. Let's go.
Hey, Mary! Yeah? Look, there's a trail over here. Let's go down this trail instead of following everybody else. Let's see what's down here.
But you know, this trail, we can't be lost without our buddies. We have to stay with the group.
Yeah, but it looks like we'll meet up with them and then we can scare them.
You know what? I don't know. It's up to you. What do you
come
want to
on,
do?
let's just try it. This is so boring. This hike has been so boring. Let's just try it.
Okay, let's go.
Your mom or your dad. But what is the lesson that you learned today? Because you did some things right and you did some things wrong.
Well, Mr. Curtis, I mean, I tried to tell Connie not to take and go anywhere, that we needed to stay with our troop.
So when you do that, what are you trying to reinforce?
Trying to reinforce that we need to stay as a buddy and stay with our troop so we never get lost like we did now.
But we were a buddy. We were together.
You did, and that is the good thing that you did. You used the buddy system, because the buddy system has two heads working instead of one head working. What is it that you did wrong?
Well, leaving the troop was number one we left. And number two, I think we needed to stay where we were and not go anywhere. At least you found us.
Yep, exactly. The minute you know you're lost, the rule is to do what?
Stay where we're at.
Stay where you're at. Hug a tree.
You're right, yeah. That would be funner. That would be funner.
That was funny, Connie.
Are you having fun this weekend?
Not really, no. I mean, how about you? This is not as much fun as I thought.
The girls that came here, they're just kind of being a clique. I don't mind hanging out with you, if that's okay.
I don't mind hanging out with you either. I mean, but what do you think we should do?
I don't know, this is kind of fun being here alone, just talking with these rocks.
Yeah, I think so.
You and I together.
The rocks are making it really nice and comfortable and relaxing. Yeah,
Hey guys,
sure.
what's going on?
Oh, hey Mary, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. So what you guys doing?
We're just hanging out.
Hanging out. Just the boys are down and it's kind of early, so we're just relaxing and hanging out.
What happened to your other partner?
Well, they went off on their own.
Yeah.
The girls were just being nasty, and we just decided we didn't want to be with them anymore.
Well, we talked about this before we left the trip. Always remember that when we're in, you need to take and have 3 people deep in order to be off together.
You mean a truddy?
A truddy.
Okay.
A truddy.
Now, doesn't truddy mean 2 people? I thought that's what it meant.
Truddy means 3 people. Remember that. Try. T-R-I. Drop the I, and you got truddle.
Truddy. Okay, so truddy is 3
Truddy.
people. But what is that? We don't see anything wrong with what we're doing.
We're not
with 2
doing
people.
anything wrong.
No, we're
Well,
just
remember,
talking.
when you have 1 boy and 1 female, you always have to have that 3rd person, because for security purposes and also for your safety, you got to have that 3rd person, whether it be a female or whether it be a male. Remember that. Never leave that 3rd person.
So does that mean that we should go back to the team that were assigned this morning then too?
You need to go back to that team. Remember, as we discussed before we left the unit, we've got to have the truddy system.
Honey, she's right, because we did have the 3rd person assigned to us and we kind of just didn't include him. So should we go? What do you say? Should we go and get him?
Hey guys, let's go and get them.
Come on, Joe, let's just do it. Look at the water.
You're right.
I'm telling you what, we sit around with this varsity team and we just wait. We wait.
I'm tired of that.
We wait for Mr. Curtis. We're always waiting on Mr.
I know.
Curtis. He's
Who do you
late.
think he is?
He's late for everything. Now he's back there with the younger guys.
Let's do it.
Let's just take the canoe out.
Nobody
We're
will
buddies.
know.
We're not. Well, it doesn't matter because we're
There's
not
2 of
violating
us,
the
right.
buddy system.
That's right.
There's 2 of us. Let's go grab one of those canoes over there. Let's just take it out for a spin. We'll test the water. Make sure that everything's cool. Let's go do it.
I
Because
think
they're going to be another 30 minutes before we get
We'll
to
be
do
out
anything.
and back. They'll never know.
Baby, let's
Let's
go
do
do
it.
it. Come on. Talking about going out on the water in the canoe.
So, were you,
Curtis?
yes, were you thinking about going canoeing?
2 of us, yeah, we were just going to go
Because
out.
we're using the buddy system, we were just going to take a spin, Mr. Curtis, because you weren't really. We were supposed to be doing this at 10:30 this morning, and it's already 11 o'clock, and we wanted to get it going.
And do you think this is the correct way to practice the buddy system?
Well, there's
I
2
got
of
him,
us.
he's got me.
We were going to wear PFDs.
Yeah,
So
for
two,
sure.
2 people for the buddy system is perfect, except for canoeing. Did you guys remember the discussion we had this morning?
I might have missed that
I
because
don't-
he was talking a lot.
And he talks a lot too.
So if you remember, we said when it comes to canoeing, the buddy system is made of 4 people and 2 canoes. So in case one canoe has a problem,
Yes.
the other canoe can come and help with the other 2 people, right?
Yeah, I told him that.
So
I don't remember.
I did say that.
So I know it's exciting to get on the canoe and get going, but that's not the correct buddy system. So should we pair you up with the other canoe?
Are we ready to go? Because we're ready to go.
I think we are, so let's do it. Let's put 2 canoes together and practice the safe buddy system canoeing down the river. Let's do it.
Yes,
Give me a
Mr.
high
Mr.
five.
Curtis,
Mr.
you
Curtis,
are
you are
All right,
you
let's
are cool.
You're the bomb.
It really is a simple notion, but how do we carry it to the scenarios that we tried to paint in each one of the programs? Mary, for Cub Scouting, what is the salient message that we want to bring across for the buddy system as it applies to that Cub Scouting scenario?
Cub Scouting scenario was with the tent. It's very important that we have two Cub Scouts in each tent. Leaving a buddy behind with that third scout, we gotta make sure that that third scout gets over with his buddy because that buddy's been left alone.
System and as it applies to Boy Scouting.
Yeah, with the Boy Scouts, I think what we try to portray is the fact that you have Boy Scouts that are a little bit more confident right now, even though they understand the buddy system. What that little skit showed, that two people with some confidence, they try to get away from the rest of the patrol. By doing that, they got themselves into an unsafe situation. They got lost. They thought they were going to get together with the troop, but they couldn't. So it's that lack of safety. Even though they thought they were doing something right with by being in a pair, they still found themselves in a difficult situation, being lost and away from the patrol. So that's the main thing, is that as part of safety, you have to keep the buddy system in mind, but at the same time, you also have to remember that you're part of the patrol or the bigger team.
Joe, for the varsity scenario,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts there?
So you're dealing with a young adult, you know, borderline. They got their own ideas now. They're going to do what they want. That scenario was, we took a canoe out. We were going to go out on the lake and get back in time.
Any of the scouting programs, anytime you're on watercraft, the rules change just a little bit because of the dangers when you're out on water. And I think the main point for boating, craft on water, just because you have two scouts, two adults in one craft does not suddenly make them whole in following scouting policy. The buddy system as it applies in that scenario is you have to have at least two craft on the water with two people in each one of those watercraft. When you've got the situation, the dynamics of a co-ed situation.
Yeah, in venture, it goes from a buddy to the truddy, which is try, which is 3. So even though in that scenario there was 2 people together, you need to have 2 of the same sex together. So we were fine together, but we really weren't, because we needed either another female or another male with us, just for safety, just so there's no accusations to be made. It's all for the safety of each one involved.
No matter what level of scouting, what program in scouting, we've got to have a discipline to make sure that we enforce it, the buddy system. But I think the way you approach it is really situational leadership. You approach it differently depending on the age of the scout and the infraction, but you certainly want to drive home the point that this is what we do, this is what we believe, and if we drive that, the discipline and the behavior, we'll see the behavior that we want.
Happens, like when we go camping, we use a buddy just in case, like when we go to the bathroom, and when we do troop events, we always have a buddy in case it's crowded too, and you want someone to be there with you just in case.
How do you set the buddy system up? Do you get to pick who your buddy is, or how does that work?
Usually the leader picks the buddies, so you don't get distracted if you
I've never been on a camp out where it has not worked, because the buddy system is always so successful.
Good answer, good answer. Perfect. All right.
Successful.
Thanks, boys.
Nice. Nicely done. Thank you.
I forgot my lipstick.
All right. Who are we? Eagle Patrol! C6-438-11-1, sir! Reporting!
I know.
3-1?
I don't know, man.